Welcome to Atlanta Tarot Scorpio. This is your tarot forecast for May 2020. We're in your polar opposite sign of Taurus as we speak. Let's see the messages, the story. The energy around your situation is the Three of Pentacles. Spiritual learning, good foundations, strong foundations, very earthbound. A lot of these readings for May have been very earthed, so we're thinking about the planet on which we live and how clean it's becoming, because we haven't been buzzing around leaving a mess wherever we go. Everything's clearing up. So spiritual learning is what it's all about, Scorpio, and you guys know that anyway. Especially Scorpio. I dive deep. There you go. Working together also is the key buzzword for that one. Where you are right now is justice, karma, balancing, the rebalancing of the universe versus Mother Earth, the balancing, karmic cleaning, the cleaner, the earth is being hoovered of all its mess that we make. Very balancing, so we're balancing at the moment, you're balancing, you understand what's going on. Let's see what has brought that on, or what has influenced that is the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, the big wheels come around and said, hey, clean up your act. Destiny is at foot, and this is sort of very much an earthy sort of thing where, well, you keep polluting and making a mess. Sooner or later someone's going to come and give you a big fat fine and say, pick up your mess or else. So very much Wheel of Fortune, so very much a destined card. So we've got two massive karma cards sitting right there. So keep that in mind. This wheel will turn, and it turns all the time. Change, seasons, all that sort of thing. For good luck or for bad. The background, yes. Feeling held up. Well, a lot of us have been feeling that we're held up. We can't finish projects. We can't do this. We can't do that. We've been sort of stopped in our tracks. Big change, fire. Feeling held back. But then again, that's just feeling held back. Well, you can still do things while you're sort of on halt, on pause. You can still go and do things. But everyone in the Western world feels like that. And indeed in the third world as well, because they're becoming very westernized in their ways and their wants. So there you have it. Feeling held back, but are we really, or we're just giving our planet a rest? Recent influences, yeah, and having a rest, sitting out, observing, being an observer rather than a participant, having a rest. Chilling out, just watching what's happening with everybody. And interestingly enough, Scorpios will find it amazing watching other people's reactions to what's happening, whether they're fighting it or whether they're just floating down the stream merrily. But you guys are just going, yes, perfect place to have a bit of a rest and have a look and watch what the rest of them are doing. The lesson you're learning in May, Scorpio. Yes, eyes on the future, what's next? There's a few potentials and there's decisions to make once the machines cranks up again, which probably won't be that too far in the future depending on, time. But it's about making plans and decisions about what you want to do when you go back, well, when things return to whatever they're going to return to. Hopefully it's a bit more refined and sort of simpler life rather than this hectic, ridiculous running around achieving and talking about how amazing and achieving and whatever we are. But yeah, so cast your sights to what you want to achieve and make those decisions now when we've got a bit more the luxury of time to sort of really go, oh yeah, I want to do that, and then I want to do that, and then yeah, making plans, making decisions, because there's a few options and potentials for you, Scorpio, but I don't need to tell you that. You already operate like that. You're feeling water signs, you know. You just play the game sometimes in your part, but you know, deep down you know exactly. Changes need to be made and decisions for progress. Near future we have the Ten of Wands, so exhaustion. People being really exhausted because carrying too much, you know, just everything sort of fire and fire, just exhaustion, too many burdens. So this rest here is a really good idea. It's a good way to sort of conserve energy, because in May, you know, first 2 weeks of May, it's quite exhausting. But it's coming to the end of that really exhausting period. So interesting. Feeling absolutely burdened. What's happening that you're not realising? Four of Coins. So what to hang on to, what to let go of, what do you want to carry with you into the brave new world, what do you want to throw out, give it away, take it to the charity shop. But this is about your connections to past life people, and who do you want in your life, who don't you want, what do you want to let go of, what do you want to keep. It's almost like a sort of spring cleaning kind of thing with the energy around you of what, you know, you want people that sort of feed your energy. You don't want people to burn you out, exhaust you. Ten of Wands is a bit like a vampire, energy vampire. So I'm getting this Four of Pentacles here is about letting go of the energy vampires and going, yeah, well, you know what? I've got to move on. You know, I don't really need, yeah, I want or I don't want. Keep or toss out, basically. How others see you, Scorpio. I'll be very interested to turn this one over. The Magician, the Spirit Messenger, yes, Mercury, communication. Yeah, so there's new things afoot. You've got all the tools and aptitude, whatever you have to move through this. Be careful of trickery with the Magician too. You know, there's always the duality in life. It can be a massive potential, but therein always lies the trickery. It's a bit, you know, it's sort of synonymous with what's happening at the moment. Yeah, it's this, and then it's also, there's a light side and a shadow side, isn't there? So always keep that, because that's actually quite Scorpionic too, because they can appear one way, but then in the depths there's a lot more understanding of what's unseen and what's taboo. They've got that sorted. So people see you as the Magician, but keep it to yourself. Let them figure out their way, because they see you as a bit like that. So just keep it to yourself and they can figure out what they've got to do themselves. What you're feeling positive about, Scorpio? The King of Coins. So yeah, that earthy, strong energy of the architect. He sort of works away slowly, chips away at things. It's like he builds amazing things and doesn't worry about time. He's got all the time in the world, but it's got to be right. It's got to be earth. So he's earthy. He's concerned about what's happening beneath his feet. And that's your opposite sign of Taurus. So it's quite interesting too. And those of you that I know that do have a Taurus in your family, this man here, you know, it's quite interesting that it comes up, and it's all about just that slow, methodical pressing on despite, you know, the environment. He'll still keep building brick by brick in the pouring rain, and he gets it finished. So it's that kind of energy. And you know that, and you're feeling positive about that. Okay, final card. The Lovers. So decisions to be made by the end of May, and will indeed be in Gemini, and this is the card for Gemini. So it's going to be, you've got options here with this Two of Wands, but this is like the big kahuna of decisions. So this is the one that come to the end when we enter Gemini. It's sort of third week of May. A weighty decision will have to be made. The Lovers. Interesting. You'll be fine. Okay, let's see your message for May from the Buddha reading cards. We have patience. At the end of the way is freedom. Till then, patience. Patience is a fine, noble quality. It implies that everything is possible in the timelessness of space and being. And a deep knowingness reminds you that nothing can fail you but your own impatience. Pretty good. So patience too with decision making. Keep your eye on the prize. Get rid of what you don't want. And be patient. Thanks so much for listening, Scorpio. Talk to you at the end of May.